What's up, Raider? What up, Raider Nation? Okay, I honestly don't even feel like talking about this game because there's really no talking points. But I know you guys want to see me talk, and I'm gonna talk for y'all. I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to join, and then we'll get started. So until then, because as you guys know, we lost. I'm gonna play some sad music. That's what's in order for today. We need some sad music. We need some really sad music while I give you guys a second to join. How do we ever just join? Hold on. Uh, Let me see. All right. So how long is this? This is what? I don't wanna. Forget about it. All right, Raider Nation, what's up? So as you guys know, we lost. There's not much I want to talk about here. There really isn't. Let me know what you guys want me to talk about. I'm just gonna go run down the game. We lost 28-10. Um, and this one's on the defense. This one's on the defense because the defense literally let Patrick Mahomes shred us. Nobody was covering. Montez Burfict kept getting hurt. We kept losing timeouts. Tyrell Williams and Ryan Grant gave up on 2 plays. Uh, that is the way to sum up the game, I guess you could say. I mean that's really the only way you can sum up this game because I mean it was just bad. But yes, Patrick Mahomes absolutely torched us. He ran one single play 4 times, and that was the play where he would throw a vertical route to Travis Kelce because it worked all 4 times. The Raiders they would run it, and they got 4 touchdowns because of it, pretty much. So yeah, once again, no surprise there, but we couldn't cover Travis Kelce to save our lives. The defense was god awful. We allowed Patrick Mahomes to have so much time in the pocket. He could have literally built a whole house with an extra campfire, with an extra two-story building behind his backyard. He had that whole field to himself, and nobody, absolutely nobody, decided they were going to tackle him or sack him. Nobody at all. Nobody at all. Gary Cully got burnt twice. Keyshawn Nixon got burnt. Um, our linebackers just sucked. It was a mess. I mean, where do I begin? um, our offensive line let Carr get sacked 2 times. Yeah, our offensive line let Carr get sacked 2 times. Denzel Good sucked. He didn't have any good blocking coverage at all. Tyrell Williams decided to give up on a route tree, and we could have had 7 points on one drive, and he gave up. And then Carr threw a weird slant route, which was intended to go to Ryan Grant, but it got picked off, and it ended up getting picked off by Tyrann Mathieu. Just what a mess, man! Like the Raiders' kryptonite is truly the Chiefs. It it really is. I mean, how else do I put it? Every other team but the Chiefs, we always seem to have a fighting chance against. Like we always try our best, and we're always in the game, whether it's by like 7 points, 10 points. But this game and the Chiefs, just no. We don't know how to fight back against the Chiefs. Like they take all the power out of us. They're like the magic wizard that doesn't do anything for us. They just take everything out of us. They just do. Um, then the referees were so lethargic. The referees in today's contest sucked. They sucked. They sucked. Where do I begin with that? Where do I begin with that? Where do I begin with that? I mean, literally, it's like, where do I begin? I mean, I don't know where to begin with that. I mean, you got a call where Max Crosby sacked Pat Mahomes, and they said it was roughing the passer when clearly Mahomes was down before Crosby even finished the sack. Then you had a call where Derek Carr was running, and he jumped, which was crazy, by the way. That play was crazy. He actually jumped. He launched for the first down. They said he was short. Then you had a call where Cleveland Farrell got hurt, and apparently because it was within the 2 minutes, they took away our third and final timeout. I've never heard of that one before. I've never. I don't know where in the rule book that is, but I've never heard that before. They took away our timeout because an injury occurred within the last 2 minutes before the half, or something like that. It was stupid, and that caused us not. We were in field goal range, and that caused us to have to go to halftime because we didn't have a timeout to use because Derek couldn't get the guys to the line. Um, just what a mess. I'm convinced that those referees were on payroll. They were obviously getting paid by the Chiefs. No doubt about it. Dwayne Harris got hurt really bad. He's fine though. Trying to think of injuries now. Let's see. Dwayne Harris got hurt. Who else got hurt? Clinton Farrell got a little shaken up. Mohurst got a little shaken up. Vontaze Burfict got hurt twice. He did bad too. He could not cover Travis Kelce to save his life. Him or Tahir Whitehead. They both sucked. And you know who else sucked was Gary Conley. Gary Conley could not stop Mecole Hardman if he saw two pairs of socks staring right at him. It just sucked. That's the way to put it. Mahomes torched us, and we couldn't do anything past the first quarter. That's it. That's all I got. Now positive things, even though there weren't very many. There weren't very many positive things. If you want to get into positive things, Josh Jacobs got us down to the 20-yard line on one drive, like a 57-yard run. He could have almost gone all the way, really. Let me see. Yeah, he almost could have gone all the way, really. And of course that's where Tyrell Williams decided to give up running his route because they all decided to give up, and that caused Derek to get an interception on his resume. Benson Mayowa has 4 sacks by himself so far in the season. He's leading the NFL in sacks. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's pretty much it. Now, okay, let me just issue a public PSA announcement here, okay? Everybody's blaming this one on Derek. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's not. Derek did everything. In fact, Derek did everything he could. Derek is taking way more time on his throws. He's actually getting protected, aside from those 2 sacks. And he's actually running, which is probably the even craziest part. So if you're going to blame this one on Derek, you're crazy. This loss was not on Derek. This loss was on the following players. Vontaze Burfict, Keyshawn Nixon, LaMarcus Joyner, I'm trying to think who else was. Ryan Grant, Tyrell Williams, AJ Cole, and especially Gary and Colin. Gary and Colin let Demarcus Robinson get 2 easy touchdowns. Same with Vontaze Burfict. He allowed Travis Kelce to get 2 easy touchdowns because he decided not to cover and he decided to run right into Andy Reid. That was stupid. So, if you're asking me, this loss is on Vontaze Burfict and Garen Conley. It's their fault today. Nobody else's fault. Everybody else did fine. Everybody else did what they could. So if you're gonna blame it on Derek, if you're gonna blame it on the offense, you're lethargic because it wasn't their fault. This game was just so unorganized, and I think that has to do with the refs as well. But like I said, this game was so unorganized. I don't know, guys. Patrick Mahomes torched us. That's what I have to say. My recap of the game: Patrick Mahomes torched us. Patrick Mahomes torched us. That's it. That's all I gotta say. And positive news: we have to get ready to play 6 straight away games. 6 straight away games because the NFL hates us and doesn't want us to play in Oakland. The NFL hates us and doesn't want us to play in Oakland. So now we got to get ready for 6 straight away games and travel about 10,000 miles. Or no, like 90,000 miles. Yeah. That should be fun, right, guys? Right? The Raiders don't do good in 10 o'clock games, but I guess they're going to have to now. I guess in positive news, Richie Incognito comes back from suspension next week. Nevin Lawson comes back soon. He comes back after we go to London. I mean, that's pretty much it. Another question I have for Gruden. Okay. Okay. So going into the third quarter, the Raiders ran a play, and it was 4th and 32, and they decided to run it with Jacobs. 4th and 32, throw it with Derek Carr. How is Josh Jacobs gonna get 32 even yards if he's being blitzed? And of course, he loses 1 yard because he couldn't get past the line of scrimmage. I don't know. All I'm saying is that game was ugly. I hate the Kansas City Chiefs with all my heart, and let's get ready for Minnesota, guys. I think we can beat Minnesota. Minnesota's not as powerful. I'm telling you, the Chiefs are so OP. It's not even funny. Another news. Freaking Antonio Clown did good too. And another question I have for Gruden is, why? Sup, Mike? Sup? Why? Another question I have for that's just one question I have for Gruden with the 4th and 32 run. I mean, how are you going to run a 4th and 32 when all Jacobs does is get behind the line of scrimmage? And another question I have for Gruden is, why wasn't Kalen Doss playing? The game was over, and of course Kalen Doss didn't even play. Oh well, gotta get ready for Minnesota. I think we'll end up beating. Oh, was it? I think we have a good chance against Minnesota. Minnesota's not as OP as the Chiefs are. Kirk Cousins is good in bad days. I think we should be able to get him next week. But the sad thing is, it's an early game. But I mean, guess we gotta get past that. But moral of the story is, Raider Nation, Patrick Mahomes torched us. It's all Vontaze Burfict's fault. It's all Gary and Conley's fault. And let's get ready for Minnesota. How's fantasy? Let's see. You're gonna be right back? Okay. And go ahead and talk in the chat if you guys want to. I'm done talking about the game today. It's your guys' turn. Mike, I ended up getting 101 points in fantasy in total. Carr got me 9 because he threw 2 interceptions. Jacobs got me 9 Carlson done before. So, I mean, hey. All right. So I'm gonna stay on here for a few more minutes. I'm really interested to see what Gruden says to the media. Um, there's actually, defensive calls, only one blown covered. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Is the Chiefs found that play where they threw it to a vertical route with Kelsey, and they kept running it because our linebackers didn't even know what they were doing, and the refs were bad too. Also, there's Raider fans turning their back on Gary Conley right about now. They're saying that he stinks because he couldn't cover Demarcus Robinson. He's not the issue, although it is his fault, but he's not the issue. He's fine. And then somebody over here, some Raider fan over here, saying we should trade for Devontae Parker and Minkah Fitzpatrick. Okay. 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 That's all I gotta say. Trent Williams has a sore knee. Tyler Williams has a Trent Brown has a sore knee. Tyler Williams has a hip injury. Dwayne Harris has an ankle. Josh Jacobs also banged up. Oh. John Gruden doesn't think any are serious. Good. Good, good, good. Yeah, but that game was just ugly. I think we should definitely trade for Minkah Fitzpatrick now. He'll help. He would help us out mightily. You know what though? About this whole game. Here's the thing, okay, Raider Nation. All I have to say is really, we are very lucky that the NFL decided to schedule this game so early on in the season. The reason why I say that is because now we're only 1-1. Okay, well, unlike last year, the NFL scheduled both of our games against the Chiefs in December. All right, and the Chiefs weren't that different than they were this last year than they are this year, right? We are very lucky that the NFL scheduled our games so early because now, because we don't play them in December until week 14, we don't have to worry about having a sweat because the playoff chases really haven't come to fruition yet. So that's that. I think that's the only good thing because now we're only 1-1, and we have about 15 more games to go, and we don't have to really start worrying about a playoff push until about week 7 or 8. So, yeah. Unless you're the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's my take on it. So, if this was a right, Sergio, that's what I'm saying. The Dolphins. The Dolphins. They suck. They lost what, 42-0? But like I said, Raider Nation, we should be very fortunate that the NFL scheduled our game against the Chiefs really early because we don't have to worry about a playoff push yet. Unlike last year, when we played them in December, we were sweating it out because at that time we only had 3 wins, and we were basically. I don't know, Sergio. You tell me. Uh, basically, we're not worrying about having have an insane playoff sweat yet. So good thing is that we're only 1-1, and we have 15 more games to go. And even though we go on a 5-game road stretch where we play the Vikings, the Colts, the Bears bye week, and then we have the Packers and Texans. Despite that, I say we about get one of the two or three of those games right, and then we have an easy stretch. So, like I said, thank you to the NFL for not scheduling our games against the Chiefs that early that late in the season, where the playoffs really mattered. We should be very lucky. So yeah, I'm done talking about the game. You guys, it's your guys' turn to talk. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick, Raider Nation. So I'll be back. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. Evan, gotta go, but I'll follow you later. All right, see you, Sergio. Thank you for joining. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick, Raider Nation. I'll return. All right, guys, I'm back. I'm back too. So let me answer your question there, Mike. I got 101 points in fantasy. I don't know if you're still in here, but yeah. If you're still in here, there you go. Let me see here. Let's see. Passing leaders for today's game were, Derek Carr was 28 of 38, 191 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Jacobs was 12 carries, 99 yards, and Darren Waller was 6 receptions for 63 yards. So, oh, by the way, in case you guys are wondering why I put that SpongeBob I'm gonna head out meme, because the Raiders headed out after the first half. After the first half, they were just terrible. After the first quarter, even if we're being quite honest here. Okay, I think I'm gonna end it here, guys. Pretty soon. I'll stay here for a few more minutes. The Broncos lost. Have you guys realized something? We have a better record than the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're 1-1 and they're 0-2. Wow. So think about that. Somehow we have a better record than the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, Raider Nation, I'm gonna end it here now. There's really nothing else to talk about. That game was terrible. Let's go and get ready for Minnesota next week. As always, go Raiders.